Hello, it's Tim from Fair Play now on the 14th of December 2024. So in yesterday's video I was talking about some hospitals in Lincolnshire were thinking or actually asking people to muzzle up again, and basically expressing my disgust at that. And interestingly enough, I've got an email through. I'm in contact with this lady who sends me emails. I actually met her on the very first London March I ever went on, and we talked for a little while, swapped emails, and she's kind of a bit of a curator of information which sort of interests us, the likes of us in the freedom movement. So she sends me through things. I don't read them all, but a few of them catch my eye, and this one certainly did, because it really doubles down on what I mentioned yesterday. And apparently, I'm just looking down at what she sent me through here now, which is why I'm looking away from camera, but whole Royal Infirmary are also asking people to muzzle up, albeit just staff at the moment, but which in some ways is even worse, because they've got to wear them all the time and risk losing their jobs if they don't. So you know, that's bad news. But what she sent me through is an article from an organisation called shamefully.org, and I'll just read out a few lines of what they say. In the summer, when a few hospitals shamefully reintroduced masking requirements, Smile-Free supporters quickly contacted them in numbers, and these measures were quickly dropped. Well, it's happening again. May we ask for your help again, please? And then they give some contact details of the Lincolnshire sort of health authorities, where you can sort of get in touch with them and politely ask them to drop these silly mandates, explain your disappointment and why you think they're a bad idea. To bring in these mandates again. And it then goes on to say, will you help us by contacting them today? And then they give you, like I say, how to do it and all the contact details through. And they also say you don't have to necessarily live in Lincolnshire either. You can do it wherever you are in the country. Yeah, what they say near the end is, we got results before, so please take a second to let them know what you think right now while you're thinking about it. And if everybody does this, there'll be enough of us to stop this in its tracks. And then mentions it's really important because next month will be prime time for the silly mask mandates, or calls for them to sort of come up. So we just need to nip this kind of thing in the bud by making a noise about it, kicking off about it, and getting in touch with these hospitals and these health authorities and saying, look, this really isn't acceptable. We will not be following your mandates, and we need you to drop it. And as this thing was saying, if enough people do it, that is going to send a message through loud and clear. And it looks like it was a successful strategy in the summer, so it's going to be successful again in the winter. And it's people power at the end of the day, isn't it? If we all do this, we all speak out against this kind of thing and take enough action, or if enough people do it, it doesn't have to be everybody or all of us. If enough people to take time and take action, it sends a powerful message, and it sends these people scurrying for cover, really. So and then right at the end of the article, apparently they're making a film called Masking Humanity, and you can actually sign up to receive their email, so you will get access to this film as and when it comes out, I suppose. So what I'm going to do is leave this article in its entirety in the description box below here, so you can check it out. You can read what I've just read out here, and you can sign up and support, and use the contact details for all these kind of hospitals they give you to put in your complaint. Anyway, I'm going to finish this really by having a bit more of a rant about masks. It was one of the things that really angered me. There was three things that really angered me during the whole period of nonsense. Well, I suppose for the lockdowns themselves, the masking requirements, and then the second and third lockdowns, and obviously the whole sort of thing about the V and the kind of mandates for those, or possible incoming mandates for those that we sort of saw a few years ago. But the masks were the first thing. It's one of the first thing that really alerted me that hang on a minute, that something's not quite right here, or one of the first things. And especially when you had Fauci and other government people saying initially, yeah, you know, they don't do anything, and then they sort of flipped, didn't they? And well, actually, no, they do something. You do need to wear them after all. And it's like, well, make up your mind. Either they work or they don't work. And when you were kind of a bit more relaxed about things, and obviously not speaking to some sort of agenda, I will take your sort of first comment or first view to heart and remember what you said when you were saying that they weren't necessary. And yeah, you know, they just, and obviously I sort of didn't sort of comply with the whole muzzling up myself. Well, there's a few times right at the start when I was kind of 50-50, sort of 50% of the time when I had to go into places I felt brave, and then you know what it's like, you get days when you don't sort of feel brave and you don't muzzle. Then I did sort of very reluctantly sort of put one on. One of those, it wasn't even a proper muzzle, it was one of the sort of things that you put over your head and you can use it as a bit of a scarf really, and then just pull it up like that. That's what I had. I never sort of wore one of the proper things. And but yeah, after a while I just dropped that. By the end of 2020 I dropped that, and I was like, no, I'm not going to wear them. And I remember there's times when I was on the London Underground on the way up to marches, and I was literally the only person walking along there without a muzzle on. And that really throws you into the deep end, actually, if you do something like that, where everybody around you have got the things on and then you haven't, in a very busy place, because then you can go into just like a little corner shop where there's only half a dozen people, and it's a walk in the park, you know, by throwing yourself in the deep end, it really emboldens you, or that's what it did for me. And then I just never worried about it again, apart from getting angry when I saw other people wearing the things. And I always remember, and believe it or not, this is 3 years ago now, when the whole Omicron, or let's call it moronic, the anagram for Omicron, the whole moronic thing came in. It was 3 years ago, just over, and we had been muzzle free for a few months, but they shamefully brought the so-called requirements for them back in. I think it was November, towards the end of November 2021, and I was just wondering how many people would comply with that. I was hoping a lot of people wouldn't, and if there's quite a large percentage of people walking around into places not bothering with the things, I think the things would have soon disappeared. But shamefully, almost everybody complied again and put them on. And I think it was about the first time I went out after that mandate had been reintroduced, and I was walking into a garden centre, a big garden centre that's local to here, and I was parked up the car, I was walking towards the door, and there's loads of people walking towards the place. It was pretty busy that day, and everybody had muzzles on already, or they're muzzling up. apart from this, well, I say youngish couple, probably in their sort of early 30s, something like that. They're sort of right in front of me, about 10, 15 feet in front of me. And they weren't sort of putting them on. And we got up pretty much to the door, and I was thinking, yes, get in. There's at least 2 other people who are going to be like me, not muzzling up. And then stone me, they, literally about 2 or 3 feet from the door, they stop. Just to the side of the door. They're not getting in people's way, but they stop, pull out their muzzles out of their pockets, put them on, and then go in. And I'm like, oh no, oh no, that was so disappointing. It really was. And then I just went in there. There was a couple of other people in there who weren't muzzled up. But yeah, that was a little bit of a disappointing one. One of the standout low points of the whole silliness. But anyway, just getting back to this thing that I'm talking about, this smile free organisation. I'll leave their blurb in the description box below, like I've said, and you can check them out. You can sign up to their sort of emails if you want, and you can use the contact details they give you to get in touch with these health authorities and tell them in no uncertain terms, whilst being polite, don't F and blind, of course, but you can tell them in no uncertain terms that it's an absolute disgrace that they're bringing in these things, these requirements yet again. So gonna leave it there. Back soon. Tim from Fair Play now. Thanks for watching.